All right, we are live. Let me get on YouTube here. Get the pop-out chat, see if anyone's around. There's the pop-out. Okay, put that down. All right, we are live. Let's okay. Let's see, we got Willie in the house. Hey, Willie. Let's see. There's the link. What's going on, Willie? Yeah, have the central air on tonight. Pretty humid night. So I got home. The house was totally hot and too humid. So we threw on the air. What's going on? What you working on, Willie? Anything good? You always have something good brewing. Oh, man. Crazy. Tomorrow's my day off, so time to get back to small engine work. I've taken the last 2 days off. I didn't even want to look at small engines. Just time to veg, chill out, long days at work, 11-hour days, 12-hour days, just come home and relax. So tomorrow it's supposed to rain, but we'll see. We'll still have time to do some stuff. I've got 5 or 6 Toro push mowers, a lot of Toros. I've got a tractor that a tree fell on the deck. I have to look at that and see if I can get that back up and going. And then hopefully I get some of my stuff. Usually the small engine guy has the worst running equipment. And not that it's worse running, but you don't have time usually for your old equipment because you're always working on somebody else's. 72 Monkey Ward. Oh, sort of like the one that Polar Bear Ed had. I think Ed had a 5-horse, if I'm not mistaken, or even a 3-horse. The old gold color, that like mustard gold color. I like the old Monkey Ward colors. It was pretty cool. So Briggs engine, Willie. I would assume it was a Briggs. But you got pics of it on Instagram or whatever. 2 quarter 20 bolts won't come loose. Ooh, that's not fun. Won't come loose, or you're going to break them off. Yeah, I hate when you find a couple of bolts on there that just don't want to come. I've twisted it off quite a few of those too, those half-inchers, especially the ones near the exhaust valve where they get all hot because they just, they rust in there, and the galvanic corrosion between the aluminum and the cast iron or steel, whatever. It's just tough. Hope to put out some videos this weekend. Hopefully we'll go computer hunting this weekend. Still don't know whether I'm going to get the Apple Mac or if I'm going to get a regular like laptop or desktop. So still on the fence about that. Talking to Pate's Performance. Christine was telling me to go with a MacBook. Said I'd be happy with it, but it's a lot of money. So they do have the refurb, so I may do that. Be easier to edit videos. I know right now doing it with a phone is not fun. Definitely isn't fun. That's why I do most of the live streams, because editing stinks. Hey, Stanley, how you doing, buddy? But let's see here. Throw up the link again if anyone wants to join. What time is it? 8 o'clock, a little after 8. Let's see. Those who see my streams know I got trolled and hacked on Sunday. That was fun, but hopefully now I will make sure I screen everybody in the basement to make sure we have a nice fun, clean stream. So thanks to Christine for sticking up for the stream and me and trying to talk the guy down, whatever that was worth. I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. So what's the weather like over there, Stanley? It's not too hot around here, but just humid. You walk in the house and it's like, ugh, just tacky humid. So I threw the air on just to get rid of some of the humidity. The temperature doesn't bother me as much, but the humidity, I just can't sleep when it's that humid. I'm working on some Briggs and Strattons right now. One of them, actually, it's been back twice, and that's a record. I've never had anything come back twice. It's a friend of mine. And the air vane governor wasn't working properly. It had some junk in it, mouse nest, whatever. So I fixed it. Then about a week later, she comes back again and says it's still doing the same thing. It was idling very, very low. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I'm looking at it. The spring for the air vane looks good. The air vane itself looked good. And I'm saying, So I took it all apart, looked at it. Everything looked fine, put it back together, ran fine. I cut half my lawn. She was happy. She goes home 2 days later, doing the same thing. So it's back. Third time. I don't know why. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mega. I don't know why. So I'm going to take it apart again tomorrow. And I'm thinking maybe the air vane governor, there's a shoulder screw that holds it on, a shoulder screw that goes into the carburetor. And if the bottom of the air vane governor shaft is slightly worn, they stick sometimes. So I'm going to try a new air vane governor spring and file down the bottom of the air vane governor and see if that fixes it. But like I said, cut half my grass here. It was fine. Takes it home a few hours and not fine. So I don't know. She also said it may be old gas she put in. I don't know. Just it's idling very low, almost as if the choke is stuck closed, where it's like like very low idle. So we'll see. We will see. What's going on, Mark? I see you putting out a lot of content, Mark. Loving that. Hopefully, get those tractors done. I love to see the old Cubs getting worked on. That was my passion that started me out in this stuff. Was the old Cubs. Love the old Cubs. Narrow frame. My first was a 107 narrow frame. First engine I ever rebuilt, K241. Now I know more about the K series than I ever wanted to. Anybody want to come up? Feel free. I was talking to James Faust tonight. He was working on air conditioning in his house. One of his units went down. I guess he's got a heat pump, but it still needs the compressor or whatever outside. So he's working on that. Screen in the car keeps plugging up. Yeah, but what's the matter? The filter's not good, Mega, or what? Got a bad filter on it, or did the filter fall off? Because usually that's the only reason crap will get in there. If the filter comes off, or if it's a bad filter, if you have a terrible filter. Most of the time, the only time I see it clogged up like that are when the filters fall off and it sucks whatever out of the tank. But oh man, yeah, I hate when people bring stuff back. I mean, I don't charge them or anything, but this lady was coming from about 30 miles away, so it was a little bit of a hike for her. She's retired, nice lady, used to work with me. But it was weird. We'd get the thing fixed. She'd run it at my house for 20 minutes, ran great, everything's good, we're all happy. And then 2 days later, same thing. So it's got to be something stupid. So I looked at a few videos on the same thing. It's all the same stuff. Air vane governor spring. It's all the same in those air vane thermostatic chokes. Now, I will say the choke on those Briggs, the thermostatic chokes, they're supposed to be pretty springy, and this one was sort of like on the border. So I'm going to change that. I have a couple of old motors that have those. I will change that. So maybe that's it. Maybe when it's hot, that choke isn't working properly, and it's keeping the choke itself closed, the thermostatic choke, causing it to stumble and idle low and not rev up. So I'm hoping it's something stupid like that. So we'll see. We will see. I see Nick Small Engines was on yesterday. I don't think anybody joined his stream. Hey, Tim. Good evening. How you doing? I felt a little bad for him because I didn't notice the stream till after. So I told him, I said, if you're going to be on and you have a couple of hours ahead, put out a notice saying you're going to have a stream in a couple of hours. That way people will get the notification and know to tune in. Hey, there's Pates. What's going up? That must be Christine. Good evening. How are you? Wishing James well tomorrow. I'm sure you are too, Christine. Hopefully all will go well tomorrow. Have a good day. And I just got off the phone maybe an hour or two ago. Yeah, so thumbs up and prayers go out to Mr. Pate. I know Pate, Mr. Faust, and hopefully everything goes well tomorrow, and that's it. Yeah, Nick, yesterday I left him a little note saying put an announcement that you're going to be out, because by the time I caught it, it just had ended. And if I knew he was going on, I'd probably put a little bit of time aside for him, because I like Nick, Jersey boy, and small engine guy. Always good to chat with them. But let's see. Christine, funny story. My daughter today, they actually are looking for some teachers in one of our neighboring towns, which was amazing because just about every town around here is letting teachers go. So I don't know, but she applied. We'll see. And it's in my daughter. I don't know if everybody knows, my oldest daughter is moving out Monday. So this is her last few days here home with mom and her other person. Oh. Which Willie we got? You got a lot of light on you. Can't see you. Oh. Well, it's coming up with an icon, so. Put something in the chat, Willie, so I know it's you. Take off your hat, first of all. Oh, now it's gone. Yeah, she's the one that's applying. And in fact, the thing she applied for, see that? I listened. This person actually went on, and so I'm learning. Yeah, the town that she's got an apartment in, she applied for a job. Same person coming up again. Put please in the chat, Willie, and I'll let you in. So, but yeah, I don't need that again. So looks like copying video of somebody else, but anyway. Mark, like I said, enjoying your videos. Pates, I commented the other day on Jason's with the two-stroke. I know Jason doesn't like two strokes, but hey. So anyway, yeah, you could always tell too, because all my buddies named Willie have either last names or the last initials. So didn't get it on this one. Anywho, let's see. I got a bunch of hotkeys from Sparky for my Chromebook. I'll try those out. You could do certain things with just like control and hit a hotkey or program a key, and I'm going to try that out. So anyway, we got both pates, or is it just the misses? Let me go back on the other chat. Here we go. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, the funny thing is the video clips that keep coming up are the same clips. It's showing the exact same thing over and over and over and over again. Anyway, big day tomorrow with Briggs engines. Jason will like it because they're all Toro, those 22-inch Toro mowers. So mostly misses. No Jason tonight, Chris? Or is he working or what? What is it? Is he working late? Or are you guys just catching up after dinner? Let's see. Just got a text from a customer. Out today with his Skag and the transmission died. Can you look at it? That's good. One of my neighbors. In fact, it's funny. He gave me a spare transmission for a Skag, and now he's going to have to use it. So that's good. A little more money. But anyway, lunchtime for Mega. Yeah, Mega, I was going to say it's 12. Yeah. Oh, wow. Like 16 hours difference down there. Wow. Well, enjoy your lunch. I'll be here still, I hope. See, Chris, he left. Anyway. Yeah, he tried everything too. He did the wave and he did all the other stuff, but I'm going to listen to you guys this time. Going to listen. And I apologize to those that offended. And Christine, thank you for trying to get him off the ledge on Sunday. I heard about that. I didn't see it because I was trying to delete everything, but thank you for helping out. Everyone was telling me that you were trying to walk him down. So anyway, and I think Ed had a fun time on his chat talking about what the guy was posting. Anywho, I was ready to join when you are. Yeah, but Willie, I didn't know if that was you, Willie. If that was you, I asked you to do a few things and say a few things. Now it says CK. Take your hat off, Willie. Nope, now it's showing a bench video. See? I don't know. Tim, I really can't tell you too much, Tim, because I tried to delete it right away. So I pretty much got off immediately. But I think when I got off, it was still on stream. So Christine and some others were there. There's Mark. Give me a wave, Mark.
He's a troll.
What's going on?
Not much. Just getting here, eating my dinner.
I mean, if it is Willie, I apologize. But every time I asked to do something, say something, he wasn't doing it. So I don't want to have what happened Sunday.
Nope. You're better off not to.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it looks. Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah, I lost my food.
But how do I delete it, Chris? I don't know how to delete it. Hold on.
There it is. Good.
Mark looks suspicious. There you go.
There
we go. The zooming gets a little creepy after a while. Yeah. What's going on, Mark?
Not too much. Just working on this stuff.
Yeah. What's first, yours or hers?
Hers. Oh, definitely hers.
Yeah. You got the frame all down, right? Frames all apart?
Yeah. In fact, I'll be shooting. Well, I'm putting out another video Saturday. It's going to be really, really interesting, comparing what I'm doing from where she was at to where it's going to go. But
are you using all your new camera gear?
Yeah, that's what we've been using, and she's bought a few more parts of tripods and everything else. And like I said, she's more into it more than me. Now you give me a motor and I get inside of the motor, that's my playpen. That's where I want to be. You know, as far as doing this video and stuff, I'm not real sure of it. You know, it's just, I'm not real. It's crazy.
Willie, I apologize if that's you, because when I see what's in the basement, it seems like taped video that keeps showing the same thing. So forgive me, pal. I don't mean to be a jerk about it, but what happened Sunday, I can't have happen again. Sorry. I don't mean to be a jerk about it, but it really shook me up. I was expecting that. And like I said, apologize to everyone if it offended anyone, but took me for a loop, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But what's Ed up to? You talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him earlier today. He's just got these 4 days and then he's off for 2 weeks. then we're going to go into a pretty big build. Because I have
this a motor for him, or we're helping you on your stuff?
He's doing a motor as well, and I got 2 motors sitting here that I got to do yet. And then, of course, the wife helped me out with some weed eater work and stuff that needs fixed. And so
that's good. Now, motors just for you guys, or doing it for customers as well?
I do a little bit, but on the high performance side, no, I keep that locked down. I used to do it for other people, but now too much of my stuff got out. People seeing where I'm at. So now I locked it back down to our tractors only.
Mm-hmm.
But Ed, I'll help Ed all I can. But pretty much we all run under a hillbilly polling team. So we work as a team. If somebody has a problem, we all get together and we get this figured out and get it back to where it needs to be.
Now, is your wife going to run with a V-twin this time, or still with a single?
No, she's going to be running V-twin. No, I kind of burnt myself out on the singles, but I can put together a single that a V-twin can't even touch. And it's
based
crazy.
on a 13 fin 16 or what?
What's that?
Based on a 13 fin K341 or an aftermarket block?
Nope, 341.
All you the fin, or you use 12s too?
I use from 10 horse up, because people don't know 10, 12, 14. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
All the same.
Well, I had a guy one time, he tried to say that he had a 10 horse in a Cub Cadet 109, and he didn't realize that I knew the difference between the 9 bolt and the 10 bolt heads. And then when I counted the bolt heads, 16 has 10 bolts. Yeah. And I said that ain't no 10. And then I said, also, you got a 30 carburetor on there, which would have been okay for a 14, but not for a 10. And he didn't like that.
Yeah. It's not hard to look at them and see a 1-inch Ventura to a 1.2 Ventura on the carburetors and all that. But a lot of people, I'm stupid to it. I just look back and just look the other way and go away. I mean,
hey, as long as you're winning.
Well, that's just it. You laugh at the stuff. I built what was Kaylee's tractor, my daughter?
10 horse.
I built my daughter a 10 horse.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically modified, and she was jumping clean to the 14 class and just cleaning them. And then she jumped to the 16 class and still finished out third.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, they said, they're all asking, what's in that motor? I guess a piston and a rod and a crank. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a good motor. That's all I can tell.
Yeah. Hey, Doug.
We're just having fun.
Willie's back. Willie's back. It says Willy CK, so it does say CK. I see his head. I see a hat. Take off your hat twice, Willie. Once. Twice. No? One more time.
Touch your nose now.
Yeah, touch your nose, Willie.
How do you get under?
I don't know.
Touch your nose with your other hand. With the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's doing what we say, but I just.
Well, my gosh. Let him up, but you know how to get him out?
Do I know how to get him out quick?
Yeah.
I got the button right here. If I click on this, I could ban from the studio or kick from the studio. I could do that. And it does say Willy CK authenticated by YouTube. I mean, I don't know. Christine, what do you think? Christine and Jason, you're my litmus people here. Take off your glasses real quick, Willie. He took them off. I mean, what do you think? You think okay, Mark?
Try it.
He took them off. Right. Guys, I apologize, and if it doesn't go, I apologize. I'm gonna do it real fast. So, guys,
again.
Yeah, he's in the chat over here too, saying that he's in the basement. So
I'm gonna do it.
Well, it looks.
Is that you, Willie?
Maybe.
Oh my God, Willie, you scared the hell out of me, buddy. Because like I said, that guy. I'm telling you, I'm paranoid now. I'm sorry. I just.
Yep. I was talking to you at the very beginning of the stream. I was the first guy talking about the Montgomery Ward, and you had a few questions on it.
You were going back and forth, and your video that was in the basement looked like it was kept repeating the same exact shot. So that's what the guy did to me.
I was reversing the camera, and I had a hard time reversing it quickly.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's I'm so gun shy. It affected me. It really did, because I got nailed, and I apologize because it wasn't the nicest thing, But
yeah,
where'd you get the generator?
I had to take my hat. Don't. Have you been keeping up with my videos? And I was talking about that Kohler disappointment or Kohler engine disappointment video I put up.
What was the problem?
Yeah,
I think I did.
The engine that lost the rod. It lost the connecting rod.
Yep. Well, someone that says no nudes, I don't think that one's good.
I got it running on one cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it running on one cylinder, and when I went back, I took his chains and his battery back to him because he has a wheel horse tractor he was going to keep going, and he mows on a big steep hill. While I was there, he said, "Here, I don't have any use for this thing," so he said, "You can have it." So he gave it to me for free, and for the aggravation of going back and forth, picking it up. Yeah. So I'll turn the camera around. I got to remember not to push the back button, otherwise I wind up exiting by accident. So that's what happened to me the one time. So turn it around. Should be good. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is.
Monkey Ward, was it orangish, goldish, whatever? Oh, yeah.
It's an orange.
Yep.
These are the two bolts that are stuck.
Oh,
obviously,
yeah, but
I'm not going to go touching those.
Yeah, that doesn't go into the see, now he's trying to come on his mix with a picture of Mick, but it's a saying okay. He's good. I give him that. He's good. Give him that.
I'm hoping this comes off without too much fighting. I got to take off the heat shroud and then it'll come off. But
hey, Mick, if that's you, go in the chat and type in Snobby's wife's name.
The cool thing about this is it has a 220 hookup on it. So it's got a big plug in the center for 220, and it's got two sets of 110. And it's got a switch up on top for 110 for both circuits, or 110 and 225 or 220 or whatever it is, which is kind of neat. And I do have a set of wheels that go on the bottom of this thing with a handle. I said I'd take them off so I can move it because they're a little awkward. So I'm going to turn the camera back around. I got to take the heat cover off of right here in order to get the head off, because that's kind of holding me up right now. At least I think it is. I'm not 100% sure.
Question. What's Sparky's first name, Mick? I'm sure it's Mick. It looks like Mick, but the pictures look the same. Oh, you know what? He's got his mask on. He's doing the rails. There I see. All right, just give me a thumbs up, Mick. All right, he gave me a thumbs up. I'm going to be on that button, Mick, so better be safe.
Aha.
Yeah, that's Mick.
Look at that.
Do you know how long it takes to get on this show at the moment? I'm telling you, you are paranoid.
Nick, I'm paranoid, Nick. You know what happened to me. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid, buddy. Paranoid. I tell you, they're not giving up,
They won't do.
And I tell you,
they won't do. Just keep doing what you're doing, mate. Just make sure people follow the instructions, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, but it's just scary because I don't want to embarrass anybody, and what are you gonna do? What I do, buddy, is anyone I'm not sure of, bring them on up. That's what I do. But my finger is on that minus button. So as soon as something's a bit fishy, straight in the basement. But the thing is, I see the 3 buttons where it says ban from stream, kick from stream? What are
No,
you
not
talking
that.
about? A different button?
No, yeah, you know down the bottom where you've got me, you got Twist, and you got Willy. You got 3 little boxes. There's you, me, and the other 2.
Yeah. Yep.
If you hover over the big box, you'll see a minus symbol. If you just click that,
Yes.
it drops them straight in the basement.
Okay, and that's pretty quick.
Do it to me. Do it to me now. Just drop me out and bring me back up.
1, 2, 3.
Ain't going. That
It
quick.
took about 2 seconds. Though.
Yep.
Yeah, there was about 2 seconds. Okay, now he's back.
That's it. And
All right. Yeah, about 2
that-
seconds. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I do. Is that anyone that's a bit fishy, I let them on up. As soon as they start playing up or whatever, boom, they're gone.
Yeah. Okay.
And then,
Yeah, I sort of
once in the
freaked out
basement-
Sunday. I didn't know what to do. You know.
oh no, mate, it was hell. Okay. I got to laugh because I've been porn
Well,
bombed and all that.
Everyone's been telling me about what happened, but I don't know because I was busy screwing around trying to shut everything off.
The first
Someone's
thing you-
telling me that Christine's trying to play psychiatrist with the guy and talk him down. And then Eddie's telling me he's posting male porn. And I'm like, holy crap, what's going on? You know?
the first thing you done was dumped yourself out the show. It's hilarious.
So everything was still there.
Absolutely brilliant. It happens, bruv. It happens.
I'm sure. Hey, Boneyard.
Have you blocked him? Have you blocked the channel though?
I blocked it before. Then when he tried a few times, I hit ban. So
You'll be all right, bro.
we'll see.
You'll be all right.
But like I said, when they come on with half a name or something like that, I know something's up.
Well, you
But
you said that.
Willie
You
came
know,
out-
I didn't mean to do that earlier.
Yeah, Willie just typed in Willie. I didn't see CK, and I'm like, troll.
Yeah. With the first time he came up, you said he had a photograph or video of a woman.
Yeah.
No, that was Michael Jackson.
I couldn't see it. I was outside. The sun and everything. Everything was fuzzy. I couldn't see anything. He had a thing that said Rosie B, and I said maybe that's someone from the UK.
I done this all myself. It was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because outside this Chromebook, it's got one of those like not clear, shiny screens. It's almost like a matte finish.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not really crisp. If I look on TV, you guys' pictures are nice and clear, but on this Chromebook, it's a little fuzzy.
Yeah. You'll get there, mate. It does take a bit of experience to run the shows, and when you first get your first bit of trouble, you become a bit wiser. That's why whenever you come on my stream, you're always asked to do certain things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, I'm really doing everything but the kitchen sink tonight.
Like, take your glasses off, take your hat off twice, touch your nose.
And sometimes you
Just
can
to name a few.
sometimes you can just see who it is, and you know by their mannerisms it is them.
Yeah. Well, tonight, Mick, you with your mask. Once I saw that mask, then I knew it was you.
Yeah, I know. but when I put no nude show, you was like, nah, not happening tonight. This is a junction-free zone.
I know. When I hear some of the stuff he posted from Ed, I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
So how you doing? You doing good? You doing all right?
Yeah. Not too bad. I took a couple days off from extra, after work, doing the engines. I took yesterday and today off where I said, you know what? I'm just going to relax. And it's nice. It's nice. I hate, you work 11-hour day, then you come home and you get right on small engines for 2-3 hours and dinner. And it's like, it's too much. I've been doing, 15, 16 hours a day, too much,
Yeah. I hear you. Oh. Turn it down a touch. Oh.
You just started Diff, Nick?
Yeah, just started, mate. Yeah, just started.
Willie, what do you got?
I pulled this all off to see what we had for ignition. It looks like we got points, so I'll put a Nova on this thing and check the cylinder. I don't see any scoring, and there's no lip on top. I was hoping for a cast iron bore, but it's aluminum cool bore, but there's no lip on the top at all, so it doesn't have a whole lot of hours on it. gonna see if
Yeah.
I have a flashlight here. I think an LED should probably show the scoring pretty good.
Is there not an edge on there, Willie? I can see like an edge.
Yeah.
Is that, or is that the sleeve?
No, there's no edge at all. It's nice and smooth.
It looked
It's aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah, it's aluminum, so you're gonna see lines in aluminum all the time. There's gonna be a little bit of staining.
Yeah. That's all right.
Just looking it over. But the one thing I thought was kind of neat was the size of the muffler on this thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a flange on it. It's got a flange with bolts with a pipe thread. So I've never seen an exhaust like this. It's kind of neat.
Yeah,
Very easy to swap this to another block because it bolts to. No, it's got to be original. It is from the 70s, so I don't know.
Does that have a name on the muffler? Is that a Nelson muffler?
I don't think so.
It looks like a Nelson.
Yeah, there's a manufacturer. Oh yeah, it is a Nelson. What do you know?
Okay. Nelson made most of the mufflers for the
get you
larger tractors years ago. Yeah. Nelson muffler. There you go. See, do I know my stuff or what?
Yep.
Come on. All right, I'm gonna.
Well,
put you back
I
down.
love Nelsons. They seem to be the best mufflers.
Well, quiet too.
I have a couple of originals for my Simplicities. Yep.
Mm-hmm. They're not
I'm
cheap
getting
either.
down on battery percentage. I just wanted to show you. Want to show you there's a way to get those heads off when those bolts are stuck is all.
What'd you end up doing?
I'm going to soak some oil on top of them. I just took the whole head off with the
I
blower
was going to
cover.
say, those
Still
two only
bolted.
go into the, they don't go into the, what you call it?
Yeah.
The block. Yeah, those only go into the head itself.
Put some, I put some oil in the bolt slots because they're through holes in here.
Yep.
So I'll put some oil in and sit on top. And
Did you try
if I'm
heat?
going to hit it with heat, I'll heat this side with. I didn't want to damage the paint because the paint's in nice shape on it.
Yep.
So I'll heat them from the bottom or the inside so I don't damage the paint.
Yep. I've also used
So we'll see what I can do with that.
an impact driver. I actually welded a socket to the end, a socket like the square drive for a socket to the end of one of my impact drivers, like muffler drivers, and then use that and go brrr, and then twist it back and forth. Seems to work pretty good.
Yeah, I'd rather take the head off because I wanted to see what it looked like on the inside anyway. It's actually pretty clean.
It looks like.
And I tried taking it out with a T-handle because then you're not putting as much side load on them.
Yeah.
And I got it to wiggle, but it wasn't wanting to come out. I didn't want to snap it, so I'd rather leave them be. And since the head's off, I can get better access at it. So.
Yep.
Just thought you'd want to see that a little bit. I thought this was a pretty neat generator. I got the wheels out here, actually.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, you see a lot more of those Montgomery Wards around.
There's the cart for it.
Oh, wow. Oh, it came with that?
So I'm going to get going.
All right, well,
Yep, came with it.
I appreciate it. Sorry I took so long with you.
Yep. Not a big deal. As long as you don't ask me to stand on one foot, I think I'll be fine.
Maybe next time.
See ya. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care, Willie.
Bye.
Yeah, I made him go through hell, Mick, just because what happened.
I was listening, but it's sort of what encouraged me to come up, to be fair.
Well, at first, Mick, it almost looked like it was still photos of your face because it was reflecting off your face shield.
Yeah.
So it almost looked like a bad photo. And then when you started moving around and waving, I saw the shield. I go, that's Mick's face guard at work. So
yeah. So
that's your fresh air hood, right?
Yeah, it's a air pressurized hood.
Yep.
I had a score today. I've been working on an old Villiers sloper engine, BSA sloper, and I broke the brass float inside the carburetor. I broke it, and they're like rocking holes.
The hinge, or
you know the float that they're made out of brass.
Yeah,
and I put a screwdriver straight through mine. Because it didn't want to come out. So anyway, I've been trying to find a spare float for it. Can't get a float anywhere. Don't make them no more, and what have you. So I found a carburetor, and it's sold on eBay for 85 quid. A lot of money for a second-hand car, although it is vintage. So anyway, I've been chasing some bits. I wanted a new carburetor, an exhaust, and a spare tank would have been nice. Anyway, talking about $150, $180 total. But I found a bloke about 3 hours away who's got an old engine. The engine turns over and is complete. So I messaged him down eBay, and I said, "Would you be prepared to sell me the carburetor, tank, and exhaust for the same money that you're selling the engine at?" The engine was really cheap. The engine was only about $50. And he said, "Yeah, definitely. I'll split it for you." So he's got the engine. I've got the tank, carburetor, and exhaust pipe for 40 quid, which is about $50. Well happy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that'll go on my vintage reel mower. So it's now complete.
The only Villiers I've only worked on one Villiers, and that was on a James motorcycle. Had a Villiers engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, these are much the same. Oh, is that my phone ringing? Bear with. My phone's ringing.
Oh, Boneyard, it's a Villiers engine on an older mower. Villiers made a lot of engines over in England years ago. A lot of them have the slide carburetor, where the actual throttle is a slide, like you have on go-karts, things like that. Mick said he put a screwdriver through the float, so he was looking for some parts. Oh, I like what Pate says. Great seeing you and your equipment. Okay. I can see how he took it the wrong way. That's good. Yeah, it was a great time except for Sunday. Well, I guess it was a great time for all you guys, not me. But anyhow. Mega. Oh, I see Pat Tave's buddy Mowers and Blowers just posted. He's always entertaining, Mr. Henry.
Yeah, he was on a video. He did a video last night, and I commented on it. And I think it was his. He did a weed whacker video, and I commented, and he commented back to say he's thinking about going on one of these love streams. I think he meant live streams. So I commented back saying, "Love stream, is that some kind of weed whacking, flipping dating agency or something going on? I don't know about." Yeah, he's gone on a live stream. He's cool.
Later, Boneyard. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Henry, the first few streams I had, Jason and I were just joking, and he took it the wrong way. And I don't know. I'd love to have him join one of mine because I do enjoy his videos, and I think he's an all-around good guy. Hey, if you could retire at age 51, you got a thumbs up in my book, buddy.
Yeah, he's a good man. You know, some people knock him. Some people knock him, right, for what he does. At the end of the day, he picks up cheap or free bits of equipment. He gets them running and he flips them out. Does what he does. That's cool. That's good in my book.
I just can't believe that for in a neighborhood close to where the Pates are, which is a beautiful neighborhood, how the neighbors don't yell and scream because he got a lot of equipment. I know if I get more than 3 or 4 in my backyard, my neighbors are like, "What do you start a junkyard?" You know, and they get all crazy. Our houses are so close, you know.
Yeah, it happens. My garden's full up with mowers and stuff. Full up to the brim. Right, I've got to go for a bit. I've got to go for a bit, Ken. I'll be back in a bit. So I've got to talk to these lads about this crossing that's got to come out.
All right, talk to you soon.
Yeah, back in a tick. Bye-bye.
All right, let me see. Let me post a stream again. So, there we go. Yeah, Mark, I got to get to working on some of my equipment. Everything I own, not that it's in disrepair. Everything runs, but it's always about the customer. Everything's the customer. Every day I come home, there's something in the driveway. Fix me. And it's like, okay. And it's funny. I don't need to own anything because every week I have a customer's this or that to use. So everyone's like, why do you own any power equipment? I really don't need it. I always have something to work on. So you have to, I cut my neighbor's lawns. I test blades and decks and this and that on my neighbor's lawn. So they love me, you know?
Yeah, you got to try them out.
That's it. Look at Bama. He's got 7 mowers and 3 go-karts. Yeah, but you probably got a lot more land than me, Bama. I got a 0.29 acres. My lot is 80 feet wide, 160 deep, and the houses are 20 feet apart. So I could hear my neighbors. Well, I could just hear my neighbors. I'll leave it at that. So, we got to keep the windows shut. How's that? But anyway, most of mine, Mega, don't make that much noise. I mean, I don't really have any real loud stuff. I mean, some of my older Cub Cadets, when those old Cub Cadet mufflers blow out inside, they get pretty loud, you know. But I tell you one thing, though, Mark, my favorite of all time was my 107, first engine I ever rebuilt, K241. You could put a nickel on it, and that thing would just sit there. I mean, that thing was the smoothest, and no balance gears, none of that. It was just smoothest engine. They did it right when they did that engine.
Yeah, that night, and everybody, once the old Kohlers break, I seen a guy. I guess it was Jason's neighbor out in Long Island tore apart a motor and he threw it away because it had broke the rod and took a chunk out of the cylinder wall. And I was dying laughing. And these people don't know these Kohlers. You can't kill them. You can put a liner in them. You can. So what if that skirt chunks out?
You know how much I've used epoxy to just put a rod hole back together?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can't kill them.
How many times you break out the eyebrow in the bottom of the cylinder? It's like, who cares? Does the ring hit it? Nope. Who cares?
I literally cut them out.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, because I need the clearance.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep.
But
I don't know, Jason. I don't know if I want to hear that, or is that Chris? I think you guys heard a lot about what the neighbors are doing over there, right? On Sunday? That's what I'm hearing from Ed. Hey, there's Nick. Come on up, Nick. I missed you the other night. Nick was on, I think it was last night. He came on. I felt bad because I went on too late and he was already gone. Come on, Nick. We'll get the Jersey boy up here for a little conversation. Thomas, Mega. Yeah, Nick, you put on an announcement when you do your stream and make it for like 2 hours in advance, so that way we'll get a notification. Because I know a lot of times if I see something, if I'm right in the middle of work or whatever, I really can't go. But if I know ahead of time, I can plan for it. Yeah, I felt bad for him. He's sitting there. He's like, I guess nobody's on. And I just felt so bad. But I didn't see it till after it was done. So, man. I think Matt Olson was on last night talking about how he's going back to work on Monday. Dr. Olson, Mr. Chainsaw. He starts back up to work. Hey, Roadrunner. What's going on? So a lot of people are starting back up work in the next few weeks. Our governor postponed it another few weeks, but I see people starting to get haircuts, so that's a good thing. One of the guys I work with drove an hour and 15 minutes to the state of Massachusetts just to get a haircut because there was no one around that he could find within, a 60, 70-mile radius that would cut his hair. Me said, yeah, because in fact, Pate talking about Patty had meetings. My dentist called me yesterday. I have an appointment in 2 weeks. Now I have to go. Nick, give me a wave. All right, here he comes, straight from Jersey. Wait, now I have to go. Nick, give me a wave. There we go. Turn off the YouTube.
Yeah, that's all. So just did it.
What's going on?
It's been a long time.
I know. I saw you yesterday, but I was maybe 10 minutes after you stopped. I felt bad.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Still alive.
That's a good thing.
What's new? What are you working on? What's in the shop, Nick?
Yeah, same stuff. That Craftsman, the snapper, same stuff.
What are you going to do now about the fall with school? Is that still on track for the diesel stuff or whatever?
Yeah, I think we postponed it to September instead of August.
They think they'll be up and running and all that, or what?
Yeah, by September probably.
That's good. It looks like Chris is going to cut Jason's hair. That does well. That sounds like an interesting video.
Just as long as you don't hear a whole bunch of oops.
I tell you, she went another inch lower with that pressure washer the other day. Oof. Yeah, Nick, I was saying I have one woman who brought a mower to me for the third time. It's a Toro, regular Toro cycle or whatever, and like real low idle, like bang a bang a bang, and I took off the shroud and everything. The first time I found a mouse nest, so okay, that's fine, worked great. She brings it home a day later, brings back same thing. I go, what? So I lift it off again. Everything looks fine. I put it all back together. It's fine. Cut half my lawn. It's great. She leaves. All of a sudden, next day calls me up. Same thing. I'm like, what? So I don't know. So I'm going to replace the vein, the air vein spring and all that stuff. Bam, give me a wave.
Who's on?
I don't see anything. Uh-oh, you guys are frozen. Is it me?
No, we ain't frozen.
He was.
Yeah, they were good.
No, on my screen, you were frozen a second.
Yeah, you're frozen, Ken. You keep buffering real bad.
Oh, damn it. Okay. No, because Bama, I told Bama to wave, and I think he's trying to wave, but it means frozen, so I can't really see it.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to do what Mick says. Bama's waving, so I'm going to bring him up, and I'm going to have my hand on that button.
That's him.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
Bama.
It's me.
Bama, sorry.
me.
I'm still paranoid.
Bama.
Still
Hey,
paranoid.
I rather you be paranoid than not be paranoid. You know what I mean? And I missed both streams that you did, and I caught in between. Man,
Yeah. I deleted them pretty fast. So, anyway.
all right. I got 2 Kohler guys, maybe 3. I got a problem with a Kohler.
Okay.
15.5 horse Kohler,
Probably
Commander.
Vertical.
It's old command.
Vertical, okay.
It's old. Yep.
Mhm.
I done replaced the coil, new coil. I done replaced the carburetor, brand new carburetor. It's still acting like it did, Ken. Like it sounds like it's knocking, pre-ignition knock, spark knock. Smells like it's leaning out. You know?
Any smoke? Any smoke?
None.
Did you check your valves?
I was told that I didn't have to check.
Hydraulic
I was told
lifters.
I did. Yeah, I was told there were hydraulic lifters, so I didn't have to adjust the valves on it.
Well,
But I know one thing: they will clack a lot if they've sat for a while and aren't pumped up. Are you using a multi-grade oil? You have to use like a 10W30 in there. You can't use straight 30. You got to use a multi-grade, or else the lifters won't pump up.
Okay.
Because if you don't use a multi-grade, the lifters will clack, 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 clack. They'll clack like crazy, drive you nuts because they won't pump up, just like on a car.
Okay.
Hold your valve cover and turn the motor by hand. Get your set of gauges and check them and see where you're at.
What should they be set at?
Wait, I'll take a look. Hold on.
I'm wanting to say 8 and 10 or 8 and 12 on stock.
8 on exhaust, on 8 on intake, 12 on exhaust.
Yeah. But some people run it 8 and 10, but I always run 8 and 12. But on my motors that I build, I run 12 and 15. So
12 on intake.
Yeah, because I'm running bigger carbs and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's 8 and 10 on your stock. But you could go to 12 8 and 12 and still be safe.
What horsepower is it? 15?
15 and a half.
CV15.
Yeah, see, it doesn't even list it because it says hydraulic. It just says hydraulic in the Kohler manual.
Right.
I think what happens is the way it is on the rocker arm, you just tighten them. That's it.
Yeah.
And the
right.
hydraulic will take over. So there is no lash. It's the lifter making it, you know? Just like on a small block Chevy with a quarter turn.
Yeah, but what sets them is it's got a torque spec. Take them back them off and run it to the torque spec.
All right, it's a CV15.
Yeah, the CV15S maybe. Yeah.
I'm looking up CV15 rocker nut torque because sometimes they'll list it.
That's why I like Kohler. Their model numbers are so easy to read.
Yeah.
Like if it's a 13, it's a CV13.
But if it's been set, most likely the lifter's not working.
Yeah. Except in the case of that 9 horsepower, Nick. Remember, it was still a CV125, which is a 12.5, but it was 9 horse. They call that a 125. No, I got the manual here. I'm going to look at the service manual.
Okay. Yeah, identical motor. Identical motor.
Let's see what it shows. Go ahead, talk about yourself.
I need the little piece that goes into the governor spring for the throttle. That little rubber, that garment that goes in that little hole right there. The whole
plastic
yeah.
Oh,
I need that little piece.
You can make one out of a little piece of rubber if you got it. I just sometimes take a piece of rubber and punch a little hole in it. I've used pencil erasers too. Take a pencil eraser and just put a hole in it. Whatever fits. All it's doing is keeping the slop, you know.
Why didn't they do the L-shaped rods on them instead of having that little the Z? Why didn't they put the Z on the rods?
Yeah,
because with those they're using just the hooks now. They're just hooks. They don't have the Z bit. I know it's the way they do it. They got the plastic garment that goes in. It still flops. You know.
Yeah, it comes off. It comes off the morning and throttle up. You know.
Yeah. I'll put a Briggs anti throttle. The real thin spring on a Briggs. I'll put one of those on there too, just to keep it from doing this. You know. Let's see.
Almost tempted to take the rod off, make my own rod.
I get the fuel pumps going bad on those Kohlers sometimes too.
The ones the solid fuel line that goes across the engine and back up top, I've taken that fuel line off the carburetor, squirted fuel with a squirt bottle back through the line to back prime the diaphragms in that pump, and then they seem to come back up. Because if you leave it for 6 months or so, those the round diaphragms in those pumps dry out. They won't self-prime.
Yeah, they do.
I've also taken Briggs pumps and just put in a little nipple and use the crankcase pressure and use a Briggs pump.
Yeah.
Oh, that vacuum one? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love those. You could take the block-off plate on a Kohler where the fuel pump goes. Just put a block-off plate there, 8th MPT, put a 1/4-inch nipple. There you go. Use a Briggs pump.
Yeah, they don't go bad. They usually, I never replace them. Not really, anyway.
Non-adjustable valve lash configuration. Rocker arm screw torque, 100 inch-pounds.
100 inch-pounds.
Yep. So 100 inch-pounds. So like 8 foot-pounds.
That means I got to buy inch-pound torque wrench.
Here's the thing, Mark. Maybe you could ask this, Mark. There's 2 different things it says on here. It says non-adjustable valve lash configuration where you have rocker arm screw torque, and then adjustable valve lash configuration. How do you tell the difference?
Because you can adjust it on the push tube.
Okay, because it still shows the same. It shows 100 inch-pounds, Bama, for the nut. And I'm sorry. If you have the adjustable one, you have the set screw in the middle with the lock.
Yes.
If you have the set screw in the middle, Bama, it's got 100 inch-pounds for the nut. And for the little set screw in the middle, 65 inch-pounds. All right. But I just do it by hand. I mean, I take a T-handle wrench. And,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
turn it over.
100 pounds on at 65. But if you don't have that center set screw, it's a non-adjustable. Just do the 100 on the nut on the rocker, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. What was you saying, Mark?
You can convert that over, go like 7.5 foot-pounds for that 100-inch pounds. 7.5, 8.
Yeah. If the tool goes low enough. I know mine starts at like 15.
Yeah. But I have both meters. I got my torque wrenches from Napa. I got the digital ones, inch pounds and foot pounds.
Mhm.
Then I have the
It just seems like when it gets hot, it starts doing this.
because
You know.
a lot of the times the hydraulic lifter it'll stick and it's not working properly. And that
You could take them out too. You could take them out and take them apart. It's just a retaining ring. That's all it is. It holds them together.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah. Or you have one of those coils. They got the 2 coil setup on it.
One.
No, single on those.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that could even be breaking down after it's getting hot. The coil.
Yeah. You said you replaced the coil, right, Bear? But did you use Chinese though or OEM?
OEM.
Okay. 'Cause
OEM.
I have a problem with commands.
cool.
You got to use OEM coils. The Chinese ones don't like the heat.
Nope.
I have a lady
OEM. I went.
here. I replaced her Chinese coil because she doesn't want to spend an extra $20. I told her after the second year, you could have had an OEM.
Right. But if you already did the carburetor and you did the coils, it has to be in the lifter or valve problem.
All right. I'm going to change the oil, which is pressure lube.
What's that?
I said it's pressure lube, so I'm going to go ahead and change the oil to SE30
No,
or 10W30.
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 10W30. Okay. I'll change it to.
Yeah. You'll
I'll
definitely
change
know
the
a difference
oil, change the filter,
from 30 to 10W.
and I'll pop that valve cover off, and I'll see what it's got. You know,
If it's got the
It's
adjuster in the
getting-
middle, do what he said. You could just, give it a little bit.
It's hot.
and because it's really getting threatened about getting pulled off and a Briggs & Stratton fixing to go on it. You know what I mean?
Well, then you're going to have to call Zippo.
And I know how to wire a Briggs & Stratton up quick.
Yeah, I'm a Briggs guy.
I
Well,
am too, buddy.
I like those commands, but there's a guy on there now named Craig Arndt, ARNDT, Craig Arndt. If you look him up, he changed the lifters on a Kohler because the same thing. It was making all the noise and clatter, and it
Mhm.
whisper quiet when he finished. You couldn't. I have an STX 38 that I use to cut grass with. It's got the same engine as yours, Bama. Clack, 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 clack. I don't really care. It's just noise. But you change the lifters, and I might night and day.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Remember we used to do Mark years ago with lifters? You put them in a bucket of oil and you pump them up and all that stuff.
Yep. The old Chevys. Yep.
Yep. You had to pump them up prior. Leave them in a coffee can full of oil overnight. Then you pump them up.
Take a screwdriver and transmission fluid and sit there and just pump them up. My dad used to have me pump them up before he put them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're too young, Nick. You wouldn't remember.
We've had old Chevys though.
Huh?
There you go.
We've had old Chevys though.
Have you rebuilt the engines though?
No.
Oh, easy as pie. Engine. That was back when engines were engines. You didn't need a computer. You didn't need a science degree. You just took it apart and fixed.
Yeah, no BS.
Yep.
Oh, my 55 Chevy, I could stand in the engine compartment and work on it. I mean,
I have a Chevy.
My
I have a
dad-
2017.
In my dad's toolbox, he had the little screwdrivers that you turn to hold the screw in when you go put the screw in for the points.
oh yeah. Yeah, you had
You
the
know what I
window
mean?
on the side of the screw. You lifted the window up, and then I had a flex driver with like a spring on it for the 1/8 Allen wrench. You go in there and adjust your
Just
dwell.
the points on a
The
on the
old
dwell.
dwell. My dwell was
Yep.
30 degrees. You had to adjust the dwell. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And then when your ballast resistor or your capacitor was going, you see the dwell go bah, 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 as the points pitted
Yep.
and it shut the engine off. Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
That's what we
you could tell by the radio too. in the vehicle, in the car, you could tell when the
Static. Yep. Oh,
the static in the radio.
Oh yeah. I used to carry WD-40 just when it rained to squirt the distributor cap. Any little cracks, would start to shake the motor. Oh yeah.
Oh,
All right, guys, it's been over an hour. If there's nothing else, I think I'm going to hit it for tonight. But I do appreciate everyone coming on and bearing with me with my anti-troll antics because I'm still paranoid. So nothing personal to anyone, but I don't do that, and it really got me. So again, apologies to those that got affected. But anyway, Mark, thank you. Nick, Bama, everybody in the chat. We will talk to you guys soon. Mick didn't
See
come
y'all
back.
in the chat.
We'll talk to you all soon. Thanks, guys.
Mark, have a good one. See you, Nick. See you, Ken.
Night, everybody.
See
Bye-bye.
y'all in the chat.